Hey guys, Annie Figure Therapy here today, and we're going to be talking about these two figures right here, which are the Pop-Up Parade Weathering With You statues done by Good Smile Company. So here I have the set of the two. They are sold separately, so you can't really you have to buy them separately. So yeah. So basically, Pop-Up Parade is Good Smile's answer to the always relevant question of why are statues so expensive? You know, it's hard for people to buy statues just because they're so expensive and they're so big. This line itself is basically, hey, we have cheaper statues, they're smaller, but they are equally as good quality. They don't really have elaborate bases and whatnot. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Pop-Up Parade itself, the line itself, has all the boxes are pretty much similar. As far as I can tell, I think even the back design is similar. I think for some of the more unique ones, like Joker, it has a red layout instead of this white layout. And yeah, it is in a nice clear box. I do like my clear boxes. That's kind of like an alter thing. But you know, it being on a Good Smile figure, that's pretty nice. So if you notice, I actually had two of them. So one of them is the Hodaka. They do come in these plastic baggies. These baggies are to prevent the clear boxes from rubbing up against each other and creating these window streak / kind of scratch marks. So let's go ahead and dive right into this one. This is Hina Amano from Weathering With You. So let's go ahead and pop that out, as if I haven't said that multiple times already. So basically, I picked up these figures from my local store, Frankensons, which if you guys live in Southern California, that is the place to go. Honestly, I would totally recommend taking a visit to Toy Arena. They have a lot of good products, and I buy my kits from them and whatnot. So yeah, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So almost bumped the camera there. So it does come with, before that, inside the box. Pretty nice, pretty standard, very basic stuff. It does come with instructions to show that she does connect with the Hodaka. So that's pretty self-explanatory. There she is. I believe this statue runs for about, MSRP should be around 45 to 60, I believe. That is a little bit of a good range. I think it's more closer to 45 just because the 45 makes more sense. I've seen a lot of them go for around 45, so that I believe that is normal as MSRP for these. Interestingly enough, I think they all share the same manufacturer's suggested retail price. So if anything, that's kind of an indicator of how the future of this line is going to do. It's basically just all going to be the same price. But yeah, so just kind of going into right now, I'm just taking out all the accessories or the kind of stand elements that she has. So this is basically going to be the adapter for the stand. Let's go ahead and get that out of here. This itself is pretty cool. It is a little bit weathered. Get it, weathering. But basically, it should be the top of the roof when they're where the shrine is at. So if you guys have watched the movie, you kind of know what that is. It's just this kind of hollow plastic, which is still nice. I appreciate that they put some effort into making this pedestal look good. I know some of the other pop-ups are just a clear disc that you would put on that, but this one is definitely more of a diorama piece. And what's funny too is you can actually see that they put a top coat on it, but they also had the figure on there when they put the top coat on it, because you can actually see her foot. The difference in tones on the base and her foot. So let's go ahead and leave. I'll leave that to the side for now until we do Hodaka. But let's go on to Hina. In terms of scale, it feels very 1/10. I want to say 1/10 seems about right. I can go ahead and pull in. Let's just pull in a new one today. So let's pull in. This is the Ban Presto Colin from Code Geass. So, you know, I guess if you own that figure, it makes sense. But if you don't, she stands around. I almost forgot that I have this ruler here. She stands about a little under 7 inches tall. I want to say closer to 6.5. With her hand stretched out like that, she's about 7 inches tall. So the figure itself is about that size. Now on the pedestal, obviously, she kind of reaches the more 8-inch mark. But so that's pretty nice. Now, unfortunately, I don't own them anymore, which are the Your Name ones, which were also done by Good Smile. I believe those ones were 1/8, and those were really expensive. And even right now, they're like $300 for the set, which is kind of nuts. But yeah. Now let's before we go into her itself, let's go ahead and unbox Hodaka as well. I'll do Hodaka really quick, just because it's literally the same stuff. But yeah. So I guess kind of talking about Weathering with You, real quick. I actually really enjoyed the movie. I love Weathering with You. It's a great movie. Of course, I'll say that it is a movie that does have some problems. I won't say like, oh, it's perfect, you know. But I will say that I love the message of the movie itself. It was cool. I love Rad Wimps. They're fun. They have a very like chill, like kind of vibe to them. If you listen to some of their other songs, and then also adding Tokomiru to it was great because she has a very fun voice. One of my favorite songs from the movie is Celebration. I definitely recommend you guys listen to it. The whole movie just basically feels like an advertisement for Japan and rainy weather. So, yeah, that's basically that. So now that we have Hodaka all done, he doesn't really have like a peg or anything. So I assume that you just kind of just place him on there and he will just sit. Which is not bad. It kind of looks like they're sitting on crates or something, like they're on the docks. But, yeah. Let's go ahead and take a look at Hina first, just because I like Hina. She's cute. But, yeah. So, I've never handled the Pop-Up Parade figure before, but, kind of looking at it, the texture is nice. It is a matte texture on it. Not a lot of shading, but, there's just enough that it makes it look like a premium figure. It's definitely, not kind of like Banpresto quality. So, like, if you pull in... By bringing Colin back in here, you can kind of tell there is a clear difference in quality. I always didn't like how Banpresto has this kind of shiny, glossy finish to their skin. They have been upping it up with their textures, so if you notice right here, the texture on the pilot suit is nice, but that glossy skin is a dead giveaway. Also, like the hair being really messy in terms of the sculpt, like there was no finishing work done to it. But on this one, the hair is actually really nice. I believe there is some paintwork done to it because there is this kind of gradation effect on the top of it. And then, yeah, just right here as well. Also, the material feels good. I think it is a PVC. But, and then just in terms of how it was molded, everything is super crisp. It almost feels like kind of like a resin figure in the sense that it feels like there are some brittle parts to her, which is super nice. Her fingers are... really basic looking, not too bad. Nothing too crazy, like there's no fingernail painted or anything, but there are, so let's see if we can focus on that. There are like indications of, fingernails, which is cool as well, some good detail there. As you saw earlier, her head comes off, so there's that. And then, yeah, but what's really surprising is just how good it feels. Like it's a very simple figure. Like, you know, Hina isn't a super complex design, but a lot of the paint apps are all just there, you know. It is definitely very well painted. The details on the shoes are pretty nice. There are some weird little scratches on her red parts of the shoes, so it's not perfect, but it is there, so, you know, can't argue with that one. But, yeah, so basically to conjoin these twins together, you basically have to grab this little connector, and then on this end, you grab this one, and the friction will keep them together. So there is that. And you make the block that they sit on. And let's go ahead and talk about Hodaka really quick, just because we can't forget about him, our favorite gun-holding protagonist. Now, as I spin him around, like Hina, they're very basic figures. Like, you know, they're very slice of life, nothing too... whoa, like crazy stuff, but yeah, but basically it is super clean. I like the expression on his face. I've always liked his golden eyes. So if you watch the movie, his eyes are like very strikingly gold, very unique. It's almost like an amber sort of thing. The shoes are very cool. I like this kind of aesthetic, very Tokyo boy, but yeah, Mitsuha would be proud. Basically, his little bag that he hides the gun in, that's kind of a spoiler, but if you watch... the movie's like 2 hours long, just watch it at this point. But yeah, there is a little bit of shine to his skin right here, but it's not that bad, I guess. You know, that's just me nitpicking. Honestly, if your figure's shiny or not, don't matter. It's just a cooler presentation when it's a nice matte, because, you know, our skin is matte, like, you know, that's matte. But, yeah, so there he is. So I guess together, they look really good. Actually, that's not even a guess. They do look really good. Like, honestly, these are great for people who just want to own a kind of like a maquette or something that's like very diorama feely. You don't want to mess with the Nendroids. You know, maybe I don't think there's really any other Weathering With You merchandise in terms of figures coming out, so this is the go-to. Also, what's cool about Weathering is that they don't really have much different outfits, so, you know, this is their iconic outfits. This is what they're going to stay in. Kind of like the Your Name ones, there are multiple different versions of them in different outfits that are pretty predominant throughout the movie, but, you know, their school outfits are the ones that you see them in most often. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed. I think that's it for the Weathering With You stuff that I have. I'll probably get Hodaka soon, so maybe we'll do an unboxing on that. But that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed, and have a good one.